Okay.
All right, so we're just going to go, we're going to take one more step forward in Ma'amar Aleph of the Pachad Yitzchok on Shabbat. And we'll close Perek Aleph with this piece. Okay. V'gachaltam shel divreim halalu, and the fiery coals of these words, locheshet hi, they whisper, b'matbea tfilat musaf, in the coin of the language of the Musaf prayers of Shabbos, ki ha'ohavim devarea gedula b'charo. Though he who loved the mitzvot of Shabbos has chosen for themselves greatness. Ki al kain, therefore, mahut devarea shel Shabbat, the essence of these mitzvot of Shabbat, hi kviyut hamishkal shel ikar v'tafel. That itself is what sets the measure or the scale to determine between that which is primary in existence and that which is secondary. Ktanot ha'erech v'gadlut ha'erech. The smallness of the worth of something and the greatness of its worth. So ahavat devareh, love for Shabbat's commandments. Hi hamadat hedgesh b'makom erech hagadlut. One who chooses, somebody who has love for the commandments of Shabbos, that is the stature that is coming to highlight the place of the greatness of worth. Avat devareh shel Shabbat, the love of the commandments of Shabbos, hi harachat hadat et gufo shel olam legabe oro shel olam ketafel v'katanot legabe ikar v'gadlut. So the love, somebody who loves the commandments of Shabbos, that is the estimation and assigning value of that person's dat, right, to the body of the world vis-a-vis the light of the world, and assigning the body of the world as a tafel, a secondary to the light of the world, which is the main essence of the world. And the word ha'arka, in order to estimate something, assign value to something, those same letters in that word also are the word hachra'ah, which is, hachra'ah means like a final definitive ruling. Okay, what did we just say here? So we said that there is something magical that happens on Shabbos which shifts the whole sense of what creation is about and places everything that had been occurring until now in a secondary role vis-a-vis the primary inner essence of reality that's being expressed with the oncoming of Shabbos. And therefore, a human being who observes this and is able to understand and discern through his dat how there is a switch now with the oncoming of Shabbos that it puts everything that was happening until now in a perspective that makes it a tafel to the ikar. That is someone who is relating to the commandments of Shabbos in terms of love, meaning somebody who celebrates Shabbos, right, and its commandments that way is basically somebody who has the dat, who understands what is essential and what is primary. What is versus what is secondary. And since Shabbos is primary, right, so he is choosing greatness for himself. Why greatness? Because what's greatness? Greatness means, as opposed to something that's great as opposed to something that is small. So the greatness here we're relating to the ikar. Somebody who's relating to Shabbat is somebody whose dat has identified that Shabbat is the ikar, and the Sheshet Yemei HaMa'aseh has become the tafel. So he has chosen for himself gadlut. Okay. Mitoch ha'arechet hadat, through the estimation of a person's awareness of their dat, hazo, ba'im lidei hachra'at hadat litzad ha'ikar v'hagadlut b'makom hatafel v'hakadlut. What happens is that dat becomes, clearly defines that the gadlut is the ikar in place of the tafel and the katnut. V'gam ha'ohavim devareh gedula b'charu. Okay, so this really, to appreciate what we just said, because it's kind of out of context, you have to link it in the step before.
I think you have to link it to the prayer that he originally quoted.
So just to remind everybody, this piece starts off with a quote from that prayer, And it says that basically it contrasts that if you are able to taste Shabbat, you have achieved life. But if you love its commandments, you have chosen greatness. And he wanted to really dissect this statement to understand what are the two sides and why specifically those things. And at this point, we've come back around to it to say that at least we're identifying here in the prayer that when it says, why has he chosen specifically greatness for himself? Because to be aware of Shabbat means that you are capable of discerning between what is greatness and what is smallness, what is ikar and what is tafel. So automatically somebody who's relating there is somebody who's privy, he has, his dat is functioning. He can perceive between greatness and smallness, and therefore he's somebody who's capable of choosing greatness.
But that's for the one who loves it, yes?
No, that's the one for who loves
Shabbat,
who loves its commandments. What about the person who's tasted it? That's going to be life, and we didn't address that yet.
Ah.
Now, and this is all, by the way, this is all to what we really want to do is just to remind everybody, we want to get to the point where we can explain why the poskim hold that you don't need a physical presence of a new face to make Sheva Brachot on Shabbos. That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about how really the sixth day of creation is what brought Dat into the world, that Dat came with Na'aseh Adam, and there's some sort of great magnification of Dat through Shabbos that allows a person's face to shine forth in a way that there's a new face just in the presence of Shabbos, and you don't need literally a new face.
So is that going to be continued on the next Maimah?
No, this is all, we just finished the first chapter of the first Maimah.
Ah.
We have so much more to do.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that was not.
I see. I thought
Yeah,
that was
no,
the
that's
end of
just
it.
another step in the.
So basically, somebody who loves the commandments of Shabbat,
He has achieved. He
He
has
has
chosen
achieved
greatness
that.
for himself.
and that by that he's chosen greatness.
Right. Meaning, you can only choose greatness when you have dat, because a function, meaning greatness and smallness, is a function of dat.
Yeah.
So it's coming to be me'id to testify on his achievement of dat. Okay, we'll pause here.
Thank you. Shkar.